Hello, everybody. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes to log on before I talk too much. It's Thursday night here on the farm. We've had a lot of rain, but everything's going all right. My hubby just joined. He's sitting upstairs. Courtney, can you shut that door because I get the reverb from upstairs? Thank you, babe. Hello, Matthew. I'll just talk about other stuff while we give everybody a few minutes. I've kind of been working on a couple things down here. Hubby and I have been working really hard over the last, I would say 2 evenings to revamp the sewing area down here. And we have a huge, anyway, we'll get to that. So tonight, and waiting for the live, I started working on something that I get every month. I get a Sew Sampler monthly subscription quilting box from Fat Quarter Shop. It's thefatquartershop.com, and honestly, I've gotten 4 boxes of them and haven't done anything with any of them. Hey, Trish, until tonight. I've unpacked them, I've looked at them, they were interesting, but because I've been so busy, I haven't been able to work on any of them. And the last one I got this week, it's a Christmas in July box. So they sent us a pattern, which is this, which is kind of cute. And then they sent us a couple boxes, a couple packages of charm squares of this nice little Christmas print with the greens, the kind of teals, reds, pinks, and some whites and neutrals. And then these funny things, which I have never seen before, these cupcake mix recipe cards, where for those of you that have never sewn before, this is going to get confusing, but this is the recipe card, and you put 2 pieces of fabric right sides together, put the recipe card on it, and then follow the instructions on the recipe card. So I did that, cut them all apart, and put them back together, and they make blocks that look like this. So not perfect, as you can see. I'll have to square these up. But I will say that these are teeny pieces. I think these blocks may only measure 6 inches. Oh gosh, that was good. They're 6.5 unfinished. So once they sew into a quilt, they'll be about 6 inches square. Hi, Tanya. So there's cute. A few blocks I've been working on tonight. So that being said, you can go to fatquartershop.com if you're interested in the box. I think it's like $25 a month, but don't quote me. And I get enough items in there. I think it's worth it. I mean, I think it's worth it. So I'm still getting them, and eventually I'll work on all the other boxes I have. So hubby and I and Courtney have been kind of busy this week because here at the farm, the quilt side of the business is taking a huge leap. It's a little heart-wrenching leap. We have now purchased a true long arm quilting machine. What I had here was a mid-arm setup, and it wasn't designed to do the volume of quilts that I was putting through it. So we have been revamping the area down here because was it Monday night?
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
Courtney's sitting here with me, everybody. It was Tuesday night. We went up and I actually purchased a long arm quilting machine. So we've had to revamp the sewing area. So now behind me, you see a totally different wall, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same wall with different things on it.
Normally it's the mid-arm.
Normally the mid-arm would be there. The mid-arm's not there anymore. The mid-arm's moved away. We have now revamped my sewing desk. I have a big U-shaped sewing desk. We've revamped where my fabric storage is, where my cutting area is, and we've taped out a section on the floor signifying where the long arm's going to go so that we could arrange around it. Tanya says hi.
Hi.
So yes, Tanya, I've got a long arm coming. So what that means to us is several things. not only can I put out quilts faster and better, which is important because I had to actually suspend orders this summer. I had orders going that were due this summer and into October. And I suspended taking any more orders because I also have a farm to take care of, and I didn't have time, nor do I want to be sequestered in my basement on the summer weather of New York State. So I needed a way to get quilts out better, faster, more efficiently, and better quality, just better quality. So that will do that. We will also be able to start renting out time on the long arm for quilters in the area that want to long arm their own quilts. We can give lesson time. We'll be able to rent the time out on the machine. The other thing is teaching classes on long arming, or just quilting for that matter, is much easier to do on this new machine. And the other thing is we will be able, and Tanya, I've done this for you already. I've quilted a couple items for you, but I haven't done it on a large scale for a lot of people because we just didn't have the capabilities to manage that, but now we do. So we'll be able to quilt other quilts that other quilters put together. We'll be able to teach classes about quilting. We will be able to put out quilts faster and more efficiently. But all that being said, it was a significant investment and not something that we did without lots of discussion and working out a way to do it in a smart way. I did not go high-end machine. For anybody that's looked at these machines, they can range up to $25,000 or more. I can tell you that we certainly did not spend that much money because that would put me over the edge. But we got a good machine that's going to work for us, that's going to fit in the space that we have. It was important to us that we keep a gym area set up down here for us, and to keep a family room and a spare bedroom down here for family members that come in from out of town. We have a daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandbabies live in Wyoming. We want a space for them to come to if they choose to come here to visit. I have a sister on the West Coast with 2 kids, same thing. We'd like them to have a place to stay. And so we wanted to keep the integrity of that. And so we got a machine that's going to fit our space and fit our needs. So that was the big announcement today. When the machine comes, which should be not this weekend, but we're hoping for next weekend, she's going to come and set it up for us and be with me here when I'm using it for the first time, answer any questions, give me kind of a lesson on the machine. We'll do a live, separate live at that point, and we'll do a tour of the studio. And we'll have Courtney on the camera, and I'll be walking around, and we're figuring out all the camera deal here too, because teaching, we need to figure some things out on that. So we're working hard on that. Our sew along will begin, I guess, next Sunday evening, the same day that the long arms due to come in. So it should be an exciting night. We're going to be very busy that day. I hope you guys are gathering your fat quarters and you've looked at the supply list that I posted over into our group page. And I'm getting excited to teach you and have some fun, I guess. We'll see how it goes. But it should be a very exciting day. Maybe we'll start off the first live sew along with a tour of the sewing room, because the long arm should be here and everything should be up and running, and you can see that first, and then we'll get into making our table runner. So if anybody has any questions, just email us at alittlefarmquilts@gmail.com, or you can send me a private message right through here. But thanks for joining me tonight. We will update you as we go. We're growing fast and furious, and we're making changes every day, it seems. So stay tuned. Have a good night. Bye.